Hello guys, it is Heath. It is the Groovy Gold Hunter. It is time for another pay dirt review finally. We are not doing an eBay pay dirt. Haha, thought we was going to do another one, didn't you? I've done like 10 in a row, so no, we're not going to do an eBay pay dirt this time, but I have done this one before. I will tell you who it is and what we're doing right after the intro, so let's get it going right now. Ooh, boy, let me tell you, I've been trying to get in this garage for the past 4 days, and Mother Nature said, no, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay upstairs in the house. We had tornadoes, we've had hail, we've had lightning, we've had power outages, we've had rain, we've had more rain, and we've had more rain from Tuesday of last week. Today's Sunday, the April 6th. What is that, 7 days? March 31st through April 6th, we have had nothing but freaking storm after storm after storm. We had a power outage yesterday. I was going to do this pay dirt review yesterday, which was Saturday. It's normally when I do them. And our power got knocked out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Power did not come back on until about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I couldn't go into the garage, couldn't do anything. We were in the dark for quite a bit. Tornado hit about a half a mile from us and tore down some trees, power lines, just a mess. So yeah, we got lucky. We didn't have any damage at the house. Others not so lucky. It's been a shit show. We get more damn tornadoes here than I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, we're going to do a pay dirt review, and no, it is not going to be an eBay pay dirt review. So you're welcome. But we do have one that I've done before, but I've never bought this particular bag. And here it is. It is RJ's Pay Dirt. And this is a big bag. And it's a big silver bag. And this bag is guaranteed 2 grams of gold. And that's about it. This is not one of those treasure bags. It's got all these other things in it. It's just 2 grams of guaranteed gold. This is what we're doing tonight and probably tomorrow and probably the next day because I got started late like I always do. So we'll at least get started on it, classify it, look at it, all that good stuff. Hopefully we'll pan a little bit of it. Here it is. Here's the thumbnail. I don't think I'm going to have I think that's what it's going to be. Yeah. This is a 2 gram guaranteed bag of pay dirt. I will read you the description. I'm on his website. It's 2 grams gold guaranteed 4-pound bag. Says, this is like all my other dirts with wonderful rocks and gems curated by my daughter. With minimum of 2 grams added to the already gold-bearing creek gravels. Each bag will always have a different amount in it. And that's it. Plain and simple. Paid $195 for this bag at the time of purchase. I bought this March 14th. This is April 6th. That's how long I've been sitting on this bag. Now the pay dirt is at $225 for this bag due to the high prices of gold. So I got lucky on that part. Paid what, $30 less than what he's selling it for now. So yay for me for that. Yeah, I mean, everybody's gold is freaking going up, 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 up. To the point to where I've been debating whether I should just go ahead and start selling some of my gold and putting it in pay dirts because I probably won't see gold prices like this in a long time. But I think I said that back when it was at $2,600 and it's still going up. I think we've reached a plateau though. I don't think it's going to just keep going up. Yeah, I think that's going to probably eventually level out and start to kind of go down, but it's been fun. All right, enough talk. Let's weigh it. Let's zero it out real quick and then we'll weigh this bad boy. 4 pounds, 3 ounces is what we got. So let's open it up. Very dry material. Pour it in. I almost knocked it over. So here it is. Run my finger through it like most people do. Oh boy, there's some big chunks of rock. Ooh, look at there. So yeah, we're going to get some gemstones. He's always put in different types of gemstones, rocks, and minerals in there. So I've always liked that about his pay dirts. But there it is. We're going to classify it. We're going to start with our 4 mesh and work our way down. I see a piece of pyrite right there. I hate pyrite. As long as it's big, I'm fine.
That's what she said.
Another good one. You're on fire.
That's what she said. I know. All right, let's get to classifying this. So like I always do, I'm going to do the 4 mesh live and then we'll speed up the rest. Shouldn't be a whole lot of 4 mesh. Yeah, you can hear the big rocks. And there it is, the 4 mesh. Look at all that cool stuff in there. We'll look at that later. We're not going to worry about it right now, but I do see a big chunk of copper in there. All right, you know the drill. Let's go fast. Just like that, we are done with the classifying. There they are right there, 7 classifications. This one should be easy. I don't know. I haven't pulled out the magnetics, but I'm going to do that after I show you each one of these. And we start with the very top, which is everything plus 1/4 inch. Then we have everything that is minus 1/4 inch plus 1/8 inch. Don't usually do that one, but I did because there was a lot of that material. Then we have my 10 mesh, 20 mesh, 40 mesh, 60 mesh, and all of that is minus 60. We are going to start with the minus 60 and work our way up. I'm not going to do that one first, even though I know there's no gold in there. There is some other cool things in there, and we'll look at that last. But there they are. Let me get the magnetics out. I'll show you that, and then we'll go to overhead and start panning this stuff. And there's all the magnetics. Look at all that. Lots and lots of magnetics. Now it is time to do a little panning, and we're going to start with the minus 60 like I normally do. There is going to be a lot of flashy looking material in here. I don't know if it's mica. The rocks are really, really shiny. We're going to see a lot of glitter in this pay dirt. Probably could have just dumped it all in here because there's really not a whole lot of material. But I don't know what kind of gold I'm going to be seeing, so I don't want to put too much in there. So let's pan this and see what we got. All right, that is going to be good enough. Tap this back, and I don't think I have anything. I just don't know. Let me get my phone camera out, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to really tell if I've got anything. I forgot my cord that connects my external mic to the phone. It sounds a lot better, but do you see that? What is that, 12 times? I think we got 3 specks. I don't know what that is right there. It looks silver, and it's really hard to keep steady because I'm zoomed in pretty good. But I see 3 specks there. There's a speck, so we'll call it 6 pieces. Here is the rest of the minus 60. I've already stratified. I think that's good enough. I panned just about everything out. I don't think we have any in this one. Let me get my bionic eyeballs. I think maybe. Get the phone. Let's look at it that route. I think we got 1 or 2. It is so hard to tell. Maybe that one right there. It's kind of changing colors on me, but I think that's more of the lighting than anything. So I think we got maybe 2 or 3 micro specks. I'll just suck them up and we'll look at them later. It is time for the plus 60. This will be my last one I do tonight. Once I get done with the plus 60, we will finish this tomorrow. It's already been stratified, so let's get to panning. And it looks like we got 2 pieces. Okay, there it is. I don't think that's gold. I don't know what that is. Is that copper? Here is the last bit of that plus 60. I don't think that stuff that I just pulled was gold, but I sucked it up anyway so I can look at it under the microscope and see what it is. tap this back. And there's another one of those pieces that is not gold. Those three right there are not gold. It's got to be copper. I've never seen copper that small, but it definitely is not gold. I'm so confused. All right, so like I usually do, I get started late. I don't give myself enough time to pan all this material out, and it's 1:30 in the morning. So I'm going to continue this stuff tomorrow. We will begin with the 40 mesh. I'll show you what we have left. 40, the 20, the 10, the 1/8 inch, and the 1/4 inch is what we've got left. All right, guys, welcome back. It is another day. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my dog. He's in the garage. I was trying to get out here earlier today. My dog would not allow me to do that. So we're going to just probably do one more tonight. Where you at, Fritz? Come here, little turd. I don't know why you get so scared when I hold you in the garage. Here's Fritzy. I was going to do a little bit of this pay dirt review tonight. Oh, he hates it. I don't know why. He don't mind me holding him, ever. Matter of fact, he will bury himself in my arm. But when I'm out here in the garage, for some reason, he gets a little freaked out. He wants me to put him down. That's why he's always turning his head. All right, let's go back in the house. He'll bark at the door. All right, let's go to overhead and let's do what we're on next, which is the 40 mesh. Okay, so here is the first batch. I've already stratified it. There is what's left. All right, we definitely got some gold in this. And there we go. We have finally got us some gold as well as some copper flakes. There it is. We got 6 small pieces of gold and then, 6 small little pieces of copper. I will suck all of it up. I will separate that later. So here's the next batch. Haven't stratified it yet. I just wanted to show you how clean this stuff was. Yeah, that's all I really need to do it. And then it's clean.
Yeah.
When the lights go out in the city. Guess that's my cue to stop panning. And again, a lot of the same. Mostly copper flakes with 4 gold flakes beside it. I don't have my phone down here, so let me go get it and I'll take a shot of the next pan. Maybe I'll just go ahead and take a shot of this pan. Yeah, let me go get my phone so I can show you this. All right, you're gonna have to get the bad audio because I cannot find my cord for my microphone. Actually, okay, this actually helps me because there are 2 pieces of gold in all those copper nuggets. You can tell once you zoom in on them. If you see those 2 gold flakes, but I'll suck it all up. I'll separate it, like I said, later once I'm done with the pay dirt. All right, let's move on to the next batch. So this is the last bit of that 40 mesh. Looks like 6 pieces of gold and however many pieces of copper. We'll look at it with the phone and we are done with the 40 mesh. Onto the 20. Same thing, here it is again. There's the gold and then there's the copper. And here we are at the 20 mesh. I am not going to do all of this tonight. However, I am going to do one because I want to see what's in it. That's good enough. Quick tap.
Oh yeah.
And there that batch is right there. Looks like we got 3, 6, 9, 10 pieces of gold and 2 or 3 pieces of copper. Let's get a phone shot of that and I will close it out for the night. And there that is. Nice chunky gold too. I was going to try to do more than I did tonight, but I don't want to rush it and start making mistakes. So it's probably best that I stop and continue this Thursday night when I get off my last night at work. Got lots going on this week. I told you about the storms and stuff. What I didn't tell you is our refrigerator went out on us over the weekend. So I had to go buy a new one. And it's supposed to be here Friday, so I got to deal with that as well. Don't know what that means for you guys, but for me that just means more money spent. Has nothing to do with this. I will see you guys Thursday.
One eternity later.
Welcome back. It is Friday. I'm done with my work week. It has been a hell of a work week. So I'm freaking exhausted. But I got me a little bit of sleep. I got my new refrigerator upstairs. It works. Blah, blah, blah. Let's finish panning this stuff. We are still on the mesh, the 20 mesh. Oh, I got to pour more than that. Good Lord. There we go. Pan it back. I already see some gold, so oh yeah, look at all that. Lots and lots of AU and copper. I forgot about the copper. What do we got? 5, 10, 15, 19 pieces of gold, 3 pieces of copper, and I will do a phone shot and then we'll suck it up. And there's that batch. There's all the little copper nuggets, flakes, whatever. I got some different color gold in there too.
Alrighty then.
Next batch. Here it comes. I'm eventually going to use this copper that I've been getting out of pay dirts to melt or smelt or whatever you call it with my new furnace. Look at all that gold. Looks like 5, 10, 15, about 20 pieces of gold and about 8 pieces of copper. Another phone shot and we'll get the last batch of 20 mesh and we will be done. And there it is, the last batch of the 20 mesh. There went the lights. And let's pan it back. Quick tap. Another 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces of copper and about 15 pieces of gold. And we are done with the 20 mesh. So now it is on to the 10 mesh, plus 10 minus 1/8 inch. This is the 10 mesh. And there was so much 10 mesh and 1/8 inch, I split it into two, but 1/8 inch is essentially 8 mesh and 10 mesh is obviously 10 mesh. And I looked at my snuffer bottle and it's kind of deceiving because there's little copper flakes in there too. So I think I'm at around a gram of gold. So we should see some more. Let's hope we see some more. And if you've never done RJ's pay dirt before, he always puts extra stuff in there like gems and minerals and stuff like that. So once you get to the bigger stuff, you really do need to pay attention to what you're panning. Yeah, one picker. And there it is. I'm not going to do a photo shot of that with my phone. Tap it back and we've got copper and gold. Copper and gold. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. 5 nice little chunks of gold right there. 5 pickers and a copper picker right there. Pretty stuff. Flake of copper. And then those 5 pretty pieces right there. Let's zoom in on those. Oh yeah. Nice little chunkers there. So we're done with the 10. Now it's on to the 1/8 inch or the 8 mesh. And we got a ton of that. This one's going to take a while because there's all kinds of gemstones and minerals and stuff like that in there. I can see them on the top. I'm just going to shut up and pan/pick out the stuff. Probably speed it up because it's going to take a while to get all that out. You can already see all kinds of gemstones and stuff in there. Yeah, this is more time consuming than I thought it would be. There is no gold in this batch. I wanted to make sure I got everything, and I did, but no gold. But yeah, that was just in that first batch. All of those little gemstones and stuff. All of this right here is quartz. There's batch number 2. I'm gonna do the same thing. I don't think there's any more gold. Maybe one piece. I'd be shocked if there was, to be honest. Okay, guys. I have been picking for about 30 minutes, and I still haven't got all of it out. I like gemstones, and I like the minerals and stuff. I don't like them this small. To me, you know, if you're going to send me a gemstone, I'd rather have just one of a bigger one or a couple of bigger ones than hundreds and hundreds of itty-bitty tiny little pieces and almost like shrapnel of gemstones. I see a piece of gold. We got a little piece of gold out of that as well. That's always a plus. It's about the exact same size as that first one I did in a 10 mesh. We still have one more batch, and of course it's going to be the biggest batch, so same thing. I'm going to pick through it. There's what I got out of that second batch, the first and the second batch together. I think I'm done. Let's pan this stuff back. I think I see a piece of gold. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, we got 2 pieces of gold. So yeah, after all that fishing and digging and all of that, 2 pieces of gold. That's awesome, because I didn't think I'd find any more. So I'm going to suck that up. There's all the stuff that came out of just the 1/8 inch. And then all of that, I'm pretty sure is quartz. Some of it might not be, but I'm going to put that in my quartz bowl anyway. Let's move on to the 1/4 inch, and we are done. And here we are. We are at the end, and you can see in this pan already, look at that huge chunk of what I wish was gold. It's copper, but oh my God, that would be amazing if that was a big old gold nugget. So yeah, pyrite, a seashell, pretty one. Big chunk of quartz crystal. This is the stuff I'm talking about. This is the big stuff, this peacock orange stuff. Very big, very easy to pick up. And just like that, we are done. I've got everything drying. I have to separate the copper from the gold. Guess what I'll do is just bring all of those gemstones upstairs, put them on something, and kind of show you what they are. And we'll do all that once we get up there. All right, we are up in the room. Everything is dried. I got everything laid out on the table, nice and pretty for you guys to see. So let's take a look at that right now. And here is all of these gemstones. We'll show those first. I can identify most of them. So that right there is pyrite. That's the peacock ore, I think. That's just a bunch of tumbled rocks. There's a bunch of amethyst mixed in with some other purple rocks. Those are all genuine emeralds. High carat count. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what those are. Green ones. Yeah, I just separated them basically by color. And then there's a big hodgepodge of just different stuff. There's some peridot, some obsidian, clear crystal, quartz, as well as some other stuff that's clear. There's all the gemstones that I got out of that pay dirt. So that's a lot. That's a really cool looking piece. I thought it was turquoise, but it's a little bit too blue to be turquoise. So I don't know what that is either. And now let's get to the good stuff. There's the copper. Look at that giant nugget. And then right there's the gold. We'll zoom in on the gold. Is that a piece of copper that I accidentally kept in there? I think it is. I need to pull that out. And there it is. All right, so I got that piece of copper out, and we are going to go ahead and weigh this copper. So let's turn on the old scale. We are on grams. We already are zeroed out. Let me weigh this big nugget first. Wow, 7.5 gram nugget. We'll put the rest of that in there, and we have almost exactly 8 grams. 8.060 is what we got. Let's weigh that gold. I wish that gold weighed 8 grams. That'd be really nice. And here it goes. 2 grams, 2.015. He ain't much on adding gold, is he? But he guaranteed my 2 grams, and that's what I got. Gold calculator. Let's see what the value is. All right, we are on the gold calculator. We are going to put in what we got, 2.016 grams of gold. We'll call it 24 karat natural placer gold. Gold prices, holy crap. Today's April 12th. Gold prices are at
$3,230. $137.97. $104
a gram. Unbelievable. We'll calculate $209.87. So we're going to just go ahead and weigh the copper. It is 8.06 grams. Price is $4 a pound. 7 cents. Woo! All right, 7 cents. Get on the percentage calculator. 209.87 plus 7 cents is 209.94. That is the value we got out of this pay dirt. That's just the copper and the gold. That's not the gemstones. I don't know how to even begin to price gemstones. I think pretty much everything that I got is not worth anything. Looking at them right now, yeah, there's just really no value to me in them. I'm not an expert in gemstones and minerals and stuff, so I don't know. Anyway, I paid for this pay dirt, and I paid this about a month ago. And I'm going to look at what he's got it for now, but I paid $195 for this pay dirt. No cost for shipping, no cost for tax. It was $195 for the 2 gram guarantee, out the door, $220. So what I paid $195 for about a month ago, it's already gone up $25. He's got it for $220 for the 2 grams of gold guarantee bag. And that's what I should be doing. I should be saving these pay dirt bags, but I just don't want to. All right, we'll calculate that. You know it's going to be over 100%, 107% return. That is awesome. Yeah, guys.
What the hell was that all about?
Freaking awesome. Cannot believe gold is that high right now. Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. Even if I paid the $220 for that pay dirt, I made $209, so I still would get 95% return on that. So that's still great. So yeah, that does it for this pay dirt review. I like RJ's pay dirt, I really do. This is a great pay dirt for a kid, for a dad and a kid, that type of thing, where the kid can pick out all these gemstones and look at them and all that stuff and get them interested in this kind of thing, and the gold as well. To get all that in that pay dirt at the same time, it's really cool because he's adding so much to your pay dirt besides just gold. I got copper. Kind of shocked I didn't get any silver. A lot of pyrite, not a fan of pyrite, and a lot of quartz crystals and stuff like that. So, I mean, that is cool. I just wish they were bigger. That's all I'm going to talk about it. Great pay dirt, like he always has. I like RJ. Highly recommend RJ's pay dirt. He's got a website if you want to get it there. I know he does sell on eBay as well as some other outlets that shop apps and stuff. Yeah, check him out. He's always done me right. I think I've bought maybe 5 or 6 different times from him, different types of bags that he does offer. And yeah, every time I've bought one of his bags, I've been happy about it. That's all there is to say about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this pay dirt review of RJ's pay dirt, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like button, share button, notification bell, all those buttons that I always ask you to hit. I appreciate you guys that have subscribed, and I hope if you haven't, you will take a quick second and click that button. It helps my channel, and I need all the help I can get. Thank you guys, and until my next review, peace and love. Bye.